Hi folks, we're getting ready to take up the Habu. So I'll show you guys, hope you can see that. 3S 11.1 volt, 4500 milliamp hour in a Habu 3S. Yep, flies great. I do have 4S batteries for it also today, but this flight's going to be on 3S because it's an EDF that flies on 3S. It's fun. Alright, hang tight. Gotta get her strapped in. Get her plugged in. Set it down. Let it finish initializing. Left, down, left, right. Throttle's working. This is the STS. You can see it there on the wing. This is the plane that I pulled all the stock flight gear out of it. The flight controller, the serial receiver, the ESC. Left the stock EDF unit, but put a Hobby Wing 100 amp ESC with reverse and an AR631. Tuned, not just flying off the Habu SS file, but this was just tuned. And this is a great flying airplane. So let's get her up in the air. All right. 3S EDF. Takes a little longer to get up, but it does get up. Flies just fine. I am flying full throttle right now. Let's stick all the way forward. And I'll bring her back a little, just a hair above half, I think. And she still flies. Nice and gentle. Just putting around in the sky. This is a big plane too. EDFs aren't supposed to do that. But the STS will. They absolutely will. Alright, kick her back in the butt, full throttle. Most of the time when I fly on 3S on this plane, I just leave it full throttle for the whole flight. Because it's really, 3S on this is about half throttle on 4S maybe. And these are good packs. This thing is a floater on landing. I'm going to come by here, zero throttle, throttle's off. The thing just floats. So you want to start your final way out there unless you've got reverse. I've got reverse, so I can do it either way. Beautiful plane. Very easy to see this red and silver. If you ever want to try an EVF, folks, this is the one I recommend to start with. We're going to cut power completely right there. Watch this thing glide in. Probably still going to have to use reverse. Let's see where my timer is at. Yep, we're going to call her there. A little over 4 minutes. This is a 4500, but I don't want to push it because I don't have telemetry on voltage. As you can see, this is another plane. The mine, you can see all the handling marks on it. Scuffs, been beat up. It's actually crashed a couple times. I've replaced the entire fuselage. If y'all don't know, if you're a fan of the Habu, the SS and the STS share all the exact same airframe parts. They are all absolutely interchangeable. So if you can't find STS parts, look for SS parts, the 70mm SS, because they're the exact same parts. They just painted different. So what I found a long time ago with this plane is I was trying to track down a good CG and just having so many problems with it. And then finally I got a hold of an old manual that says a 3S, push it all the way forward against the bulkhead, and a 4S, bring it back a little bit. And I tried that, and guess what? Flew beautiful. So that's what I do from now on. I don't even try to check CG. I just put them in the places I want it to go, and off she goes. Alright folks, I think I'm going to throw the 4S in there, and I'll get that on camera, and we might do one more flight off camera with this plane, but I don't think I'll film anything after the 4S. So Bush Mule coming up, probably another flight with the Super Cub, so see you soon. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hey folks, back with the Habu. This time we were flying on a 4S 3700 100C. That means anything. But there she is. Same plane. Now she got a 4S in her. She got off the ground a whole lot quicker. Alright, let's get her in here. Surface check. It's active. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've got the nose wheel gyro activated on this plane, and it really helps keep this thing straight down the runway, especially on this bumpy runway. So watch that as I go, but this thing's going to get off the ground a whole lot quicker. Alright, let's go. Alright, this 4S full throttle coming by. A little quicker. Let's see, I'm running back about half throttle right now, and it's about as fast as what the 3S is on full throttle. But push that stick forward. And she's a lot more fun. I'm not kidding, folks. In the stock trim, I think it could use a little more expo, but I think you can adjust that on the transmitter it comes with. And the Ready to Fly STS is probably the best beginner EDF, I think, out there. That's my opinion. Because it's got the same airframe as the SS. The EDF unit is a higher KV because it is a 4S Max. So I can't put a 6S in this, even though I have the 100 amp ESC. I'd have to change the EDF. The one in the SS has a lower KV, so it can spin up higher with a higher cell count. But I'm actually happy with this on 4. I'm probably not going to make the jump to 6S until I eventually start getting into those big free wing EDFs like the F-22 and whatnot. This thing can be just as absolutely docile as you want it. I fly on 30% expo. I'm down just a little below half, and it's still staying in the air. I don't think you'd want to do any high bank maneuvers, that level of throttle, but it flies. It's safe just fine. It's floaty, very easy to handle. Let's throttle up a little bit. Let's get her around and come from the other direction, because my timer's about to run out. All right. Get her out there, and we'll cut the throttle right there, completely off, no throttle, and she'll just continue to glide on in, and then she'll get into ground effect and float a little more. Look at that, no reverse needed there. Those of you guys that haven't used it, oh, let's see if I can. See how that works? You get it from the other direction, and as you're going down the runway, if your plane starts to yaw, that'll work to keep it in line, keep it going straight. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else with any axis but yaw, and it works even on this bumpy runway. It keeps that plane going straight. Alright, folks, that's going to be it on camera for the Habu, I think, and we will get another plane up in the air soon. Thanks for watching.